What's good? What's good? I am back. One and only Paul Masson, live from Fayettenam, Saturday music reviews. Actually, been off a few weeks from doing live from Fayettenam, and the podcast in general was dealing with a little minor medical issue, and basically, nothing that was life threatening, just something that was pretty much kind of painful and irritable, but got it under control, and now we are back. Um, Before I get started, I know somebody emailed me about not getting a good review. I guess I didn't play their song super long. And if the song isn't good, I'm not gonna play the song super long. But if you can't take constructive criticism, you can't take feedback and music reviews. Don't even you shouldn't even promote your music at all if you can't accept constructive criticism or feedback. If you can't accept somebody not liking your music and telling you to go back to the drawing board and make a better song, don't promote music, don't submit music. You probably shouldn't let nobody listen to the music except yourself. Like, I'm not a yes man. I know a lot of musicians are used to having yes men around them. And when I mean yes men, they basically, every time you ask them, is the song good or a hit, they basically say yes man. I'm not gonna lie. If I don't like it, I don't like it, man. And I'm not a hip hop promoter. I'm not an R&B promoter, a pop promoter, a rock promoter. I'm a music promoter. I promote all genres of music, and good music is good music, no matter what your genre is. Every genre has like standards. Like, there's levels to the shit in every genre. You know, top tier rock artists sound like a certain, kind of artist. The top tier pop artists sound like a certain kind of artist. Top tier hip hop artists, R&B artists, you know, they have something that everybody else typically doesn't have. So yeah, don't submit your music if you can't accept criticism. Don't accept your music if you can't accept the feedback that you don't want to hear. I'm not gonna lie to make you feel better. If I don't like the song, I don't like the song. So don't be emailing me and talking smack, upset because I didn't like your song when you sent me the song to review it. And I've been promoting music for well over 15 years. I've done online radio. I was doing podcasting back when Podomatic was popping on podcasting. I had Urban Obsessions Radio. I had Indie Castle Radio. I ran the hip hop channel for Unheard Radio. I have Promo Palace LLC. I promoted all types of artists with hit records. I've promoted unsigned artists, independent artists, major artists. And I pretty much done almost everything you can think of with music promotion for one artist or another. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with the song of the. Oh yeah, before I get into it, don't forget, submit your MP3 to livefromfayettenam@gmail.com. That's livefromfayettenam@gmail.com. MP3s only. And also, what I'm gonna start doing is whatever artist gets song of the day, I'm gonna offer them an interview slot. So if the artist that gets song of the day, I will reach out to you afterwards and see if you're interested in an interview, and we'll try to set up a time where we can set up at least a good 30 to hour long interview. All right, let's get into the first song of the day. Remember, this is a music review show. This isn't a hip hop music review, R&B, rock, pop, reggae. This is music reviews. A lot of these cats call themselves live music reviews, but they only review one genre. I would call it, whatever that specific genre is, I would call it, like, if you only do hip hop, I would call it hip hop music reviews, or only R&B, but this is real music reviews. All right, let's get into Belly is the name of the song, and looks like the group is called Flowers, I think.
Scene, picture Belly plus a room full of smoke. Homicide flooding the spot, no joke. While maneuvers pushing through you, these walls move in packs. Facts, when we touch it, there's no turning back. Be chilly, wild, silly, rocking two wild Phillies at the bar, spit the millie, son was grilly. Out of the blue, my man Lefty caught his man with a right hook. Nice look, son pure with the pugilism, choking on boomism. Drinking that brown, mind noodles, screwball. It's about to get thick in here. Gorillas on my team swinging from the chandelier. Y'all never seen this before. Photo focus, flash record. Niggas getting caught trying to run for the door. Some be spilling. Tough face dude, he talking rude. He pushed the broke down Chevy, get breathing heavy. Squad down.
Mark, appreciate you tuning in. Mark said, okay, and I think that's what I was gonna go with. Gary, appreciate you tuning in, but it still sounds okay. Yeah, he said, mix sounds like it's fading in and out, but it still sounds okay. Yeah, it sounds okay. I agree with him. Nice little vibe to it. What definitely wasn't what I was expecting when I first heard it and it first started out and whatnot. But it's an okay start for the day. That was Belly by I guess that's Flowers. It said, like, make sure y'all ID tag y'all's songs properly, so I don't have to actually type and edit the song title and artist title and all that. Let's get in the next one. Cliff and Susan Spitfire. We've had him on here before. See what we got.
She took my life, turned it upside down and left side right. She was nothing like anything I'd seen before. She was everything I wanted and a whole lot more. She's sweet as honey, she's cold as ice. There's some devil behind those angel eyes. She's a spitfire, hits you strong as a sip of moonshine. She's a live wire, she lights you up with her loving all night. That southern feel, fiddle and steal your heart away. Boy, don't you play or she'll spitfire. A stone cold stunner in black French boots. She'll shake you right down to your back roads roots. Wrapped around her finger since the day that we met. It keeps getting better and we ain't done yet. She's heaven on the eyes but hell on the heart. Yeah, with just one look she can tear you apart. She's a spitfire, hits you strong as a sip of moonshine. She's
I think I'm gonna go with Mark on this too. I'm gonna go with a yay. Said nice vibe, dope hook. Yeah, something about, thing is, there's a lot of people that don't like country music, but country music, man, they always like really got a lot of good storytelling to it and whatnot. If you actually give it a chance, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to give every single genre a chance to try to judge the genre for that genre. Like, I wouldn't judge a country song based off how I listen to hip hop music or R&B music or pop music. But yeah, I'm gonna get at a yay. That was Cliff and Susan. What was that title of that one? Cliff and Susan Spitfire. All right, let's get into Affinity Bija Dumb Day. Affinity Bija Dumb Day. Let's see what we got. That's why I like these music reviews. You never know what I'm gonna get. liking this.
I believe we embody our history, our story, my story. We can be the change we want to see, like Marcus Garvey. You either have the heart or be a walking heartbeat, empty vessel incomplete, calcified pineal psyche. Let's see about it, let's be about it. Are you committed if you ain't losing your
Chili Too Cold, what's up, man? What's up, my dude? I like this.
We were taught to hate ourselves, that's mental slavery. Break free from those shackles, fallen soldiers won't see another slave trade. If we accept our stories, he'll find glory, come together and a dark ray. Steady is the mind when you know what you want, when you know melanin power, when you know what you got. If God made us in the image of God, why will we not appreciate the moonlight and the sunshine? Lighting and guiding the way, it's giving North Star vibes. I'm standing under the sky.
I'm going with a yay on that, man. I definitely like the vibe, man. You know, I definitely love anything that's typically African music, reggae music, Caribbean music. That's some of really my favorite music, man, on the planet. You know, especially African and reggae vibes. But yeah, that was a yay. That was Affinity Bija Dumb Day. That's in for song of the day. And song of the day, I will offer you an interview slot time, and you know, if you are interested in the interview, and we'll figure something out. You know what I'm saying? And we'll do a live interview on Live from Fayettenam. Let's get into somebody been commenting a lot on so far. Gary Ramsey, used to bad news. Let's see what you got, man. See what you got. Gary Ramsey, used to bad news. All right, Gary. I'm gonna go with a Mark says 11. I'm gonna go with an okay. I feel like the vocals could be a little bit clearer. Feel like the vocals could be a little bit clearer. I definitely like what was going on with the drums. I definitely like the change up. I just feel like the vocals could use some work. But definitely keep submitting. Please don't, please don't cuss me out in the email like somebody else did the other day, because I didn't give them a yay. But yeah, keep submitting. Prove me wrong. Maybe next week you get a yay. Appreciate you, Gary, man. Appreciate the comments, man. Definitely helps boost things. Let's get into the next one. Crumbs 24 20th. What is this? 20th anniversary all acoustic version. Okay, so this is probably. See what we got.
he never been much on city folk. When the Mississippi sun beats down,
I like this.
see
I like
the beads of
this.
sweat dripping off his brow. Says I work all day into the night just to raise me a family, a pretty wife. When the sun sets low and the day is done, you won't find a lock on my front door, and there ain't no crumbs on the kitchen floor. Yeah, yeah.
I like this.
Hear the lonesome freight train whistle blow. Must be midnight, don't you know? See the full moon crying to the dawn, and another summer night is gone. There's a morning dew out in the field.
I've heard enough, man. I like that, man. That was a dope acoustic record. I like the voice, kind of powerful, a little soulful. Like definitely a really good record. Sounds like a record that I could hear in like some kind of movie soundtrack or something. And it kind of gave me a feeling of that old Bon Jovi Young Guns 2 soundtrack. Oh, somebody else has said that Bon Jovi vibes. That's what I was thinking, Mark. It had that Bon Jovi Young Guns 2 vibes, man. And Young Guns 2 was like one of my favorite movies of all time with Billy the Kid. That's up for song of the day. Definitely. That's definitely up for song of the day, man. Really good acoustic record. Let's get it. I mean, I got a bunch more records still to go, man. So this could be a good day. DD Lopez, Universal Law. DD Lopez, Universal Law. Let's see what we got. Come on, DD. You got to outdo these other songs. These other songs.
Waiting to be free. Just believe it. Power is in your hand. It will guide you, lead you. Dreams will come true. So just believe it. Power is in your mind. Listen to your heart. Listen to your voice. There's a simple way to live our lives for you and me, for me and you. There's a universe of love to be our
Wait for that drop.
guide. Secret, release it. You can let it go. Look around you. You can make a change. Listen to your heart. Listen to your voice. There's a simple way to live our lives for you and me, for me and you. There's a universe of love to be our guide.
I'm gonna go with an okay. I feel like the change up took a little too long. Definitely sounds like a song that probably could get some movie placement and whatnot. And typically I yay a lot of these club records. It's hard to really go wrong with a really good dance club record, but I just think that the change up just took a little too long. So I'm gonna go with an okay. Um Still not the worst record I've ever heard though. It's not a bad record. Vocals is not bad. It's got a little bit of potential. Little bit of potential. Um I got you, Mark, man. I'm gonna send you that. I'm gonna send you that Bon Jovi one in a few. Give me a second here. All right, let me get this next song started, and I'll get that Bon Jovi one over to you. Let's go to Ella Bayer, "Crime to Be Happy." Ella Bayer, "Crime to Be Happy." Matter of fact, Mark, what's your email address?
Bet you're in her bed, probably smells like sex, likes it more than I ever did. My heart is made of plastic, tastes like acid, still so sour about it. Watch and wait until the day it hurts. So exposed, she burns you, turns you back to a child. Hide in her sheets, not mine. You love her, don't lie. Wish it was a crime to be happy. That I mentioned last, the pain of the past. Hide all the gray you're dealing. Wounds kept open since we've spoken. Even the rain won't clean. Sleep, close your eyes just fine. You've forgotten mine. Wish it was a crime to be happy. I'm not missing, swear I'm living. Don't try to convict me. I've forgiven your decision. The grudge was too heavy. Sleep, close your eyes just fine. You've forgotten mine. Free, I serve my time, trying to change your mind. I wish it was a crime.
Mark, check your email. And as far as that song right there, I am going to go with an okay. I mean, I like the vocals. Nice vocals, background music side, but it definitely doesn't move me like the other record we just played earlier before that from Crumbs 24, 20th anniversary all acoustic. And let's get into one more before I get into a commercial break. Let's get into Day One 3 Times More. Day One 3 Times More. I'm with Chili on this. That record's dope, and maybe it's just me, but there was a part of the song that had me feeling like I was listening to Jimi Hendrix. Like just the tone of the vocals sounded like some Jimi Hendrix, not necessarily the music itself, but yeah, that's a really good record right there. That was day one, three times more, man. We're gonna definitely have that one up for song of the day. Let's get to a quick commercial break. Uh, Live for Vietnam music reviews brought to you by Dizzle Brand.
That dizzle ain't no joke, got me addicted, ain't no coke. Let's just have a toast. Anybody want some smoke? Cause it's up, I be dizzled up. Catch me sipping with my double cup. Can't just have one, you gotta double up. You pour it, gotta watch it bubble up. I ain't gon' lie, I cannot get enough. When Callie said I need another one, gon' have you coming back for more. But go get it while it's hot, before it be sold out in your stores. That dizzle.
That's right. I really mean it. You could Dizzle too. Dizzle is a premium luxury liqueur mixed with agave tequila, cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. Throw your Dizzle on ice, and it's nice. Want to order your very own bottle or bottles? Go to dizzlebrand.com. Click on our locations. I recommend Emilio's Beverage. You can order pretty much every state throughout the U.S. online through Emilio's Beverage. If you're also available in California, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, or Atlanta, or Georgia, I meant, go to dizzlebrand.com, click on our locations. You'll see actual store locations as well. And Chili was saying, yeah, that last song had a golden era music kind of vibe to it. Yeah, because, man, this, I don't care what anybody says, man. This this era is just not so golden right now, man. And hopefully we get back to that, but it's not so golden. All right, let's get into what is this? Holla at Dub by Conscious Route and Wins. Holla at Dub by Conscious Route and Wins. Let's see what we got. I need some bangers, man. I need yays. No nays so far. The one who want yays.
Basics, time for I, random man, them embrace it. Straight fighters, their man too dang for the iPods. Dancers caught in a flow, ruckus, facing intruders. Serious bass, facing the music. DJ knock on the double plate exclusive. Don't knock off, pop off, push out the movement. Frequency test like sword in chest. Get flowed like cess. In a flow, in a raw manifest. Midnight marauders, inside distorted. Tracking and tracing, manic disorders, panic disorders. Dance floor cross on the borders. Basics, back to back, we don't brace it. Just follow one dog with the basics. Back to back, we don't brace it. Just follow one dog, basics. Back to back, we don't brace it. Just follow one dog with the basics. Back to back, we don't brace it. Just follow one dog.
Couple hours in, sound keep pop off. I screwed them, but your jaw start drop off. Forgive my sins, wish me muscle top, going me hard, and I'll sauce like stroganoff. Cause I'm vibes when the crowd's on high.
I like
Never took the energy they fueled for the night. Phone locked down, hey,
like
deep
this.
in a pocket. Hair stood up like a shot from a socket. Never seen eyes like yours before. Nothing against the wall, but his jaw on the floor. Tell me what it is that you're in the rape for. Party on back, the music at the core. I get wavy, pull up chatty. One more drink, see I wine up the batty. Confidence grow, but I lose my dignity. Pull hamstring is my only injury. Miss my drink and I dance, get hydrate. Elbows out if a man in my space. Didn't plan to get on it, but I did electric vibe. Gas up like hybrid basics. Back to back, I don't brace it. Just holler at dog when I basics. Did it back to back, I don't brace it. Just holler at dog.
I like that, man. I'm gonna go with a yay on that, man. Definitely original, man. Definitely you don't hear vibes like that. Sound like the first guy sounded like he was from the UK. He had that UK accent. and whatnot. But I don't even know what to really call that. I don't even know what to really call that. It's definitely not the typical sound you just hear every day. Let's get into Gary Pratt Red Barn. Gary Pratt Red Barn. It sounds like it's gonna be a country song probably.
Heard your daddy's out of town. He'll be gone at least a week.
Goddamn country music, bro.
Nobody down at your place except the chickens, cows, and sheep. It must get kind of scary out there by yourself when it starts getting dark. What you say? I come over, park my Silverado in your little red barn. I could bring a case of beer or something stronger if you like. We could hang out in the hayloft or slow dance in the full moonlight. No, we can't disturb no neighbors, and you feel a whole lot safer once I take you in my arms. What you say? I come over, park my Silver.
You know what, man? I actually like that, man. I'm gonna go with a yay on that. I know people be like not liking country music, man, but they always got some good storytelling going. I mean, the music was crazy vibing, and I can't even knock the vocals. Everything about that was pretty good. That's country music for you right there. I just get into Harry Cappin, Break These Chains End Mix. Let's see what we got. Harry Cappin, Break These Chains.
I hear disturbing sounds from rules spitting mouth. We do have freedom of speech, but we don't need a misleading preach. The way I justify what's wrong, we realize don't count. Words like weapons, the wounds they make. Ask yourself, are they fake or sound? Where are the angels? Let's break these chains. Yes, let's break these chains. Save us from our pain. Come on, yeah, yeah. Let's break these chains. The truth will survive. Save us from our pain. Come on. Na, 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 na. Facts filled in the shadows.
Chili said classic 70s rock kind of groove. Yeah, not that classic though, Chili. I will say that, but I hate to do it, man. I'm gonna go with a okay. Closer to a name, but I'm gonna go with a okay. It's okay. It's just I don't know. I think sometimes it's good to make music that's nostalgic, that has a feel from back in the days, but sometimes people do it and it could be a little too outdated when they do it and make it sound a little too outdated. Let's get into Jay Fliz and Odd Pilot, The Algorithm.
Yo, I hear a lot of motherfuckers complaining about the algorithm.
Why they ain't
You're
getting no
welcome,
hits?
Mark.
Why ain't they getting no spins? Why ain't they getting no spins?
Come on, man. We need some more bangers.
Tell you all the
I need some
truth,
more
all the
yays.
truth, all the truth.
Song of the day gonna be
Don't
easy
blame the
today.
algorithm you got left in the dust. The truth is, ain't nobody really giving a fuck, and it sucks. But that's the honest truth. The reason I believe just make music for you. The game oversaturated, we all coagulated. How you don't see you, you see him aggravated. Your reach seems exaggerated. Start before attention, need your feed calibrated. Egos get deflated, one rapper at a time. Time to reevaluate why you even rhyme. You ain't here for the love or the lust. You here for the long haul or the fucking rush. Hip hop your life from another crush. We've been married 30 years, just at the cusp. I'm feeling like we getting it right. Why you guys just picked up a mic last night? Don't blame the algorithm, blame your lack of rhythm. Lack of originality, lack of precision. Lack of effort and many reckless bad decisions. Never gonna see success when you lack a vision. Don't blame the algorithm, blame your lack of rhythm. Lack of originality, lack of precision. Lack of effort and many reckless bad decisions. Never gonna see success when you lack a vision. Algorithm ain't the issue, you just missing.
Yo, that's a yay, man. Yeah, the horn section was dope. I mean, that's the thing. We just want to hear some of that every now and then in the mainstream hip hop nowadays. But you gotta go completely underground for that sound. You know what I'm saying? It has that nostalgic feel of the 90s, but it doesn't sound like any beat that was made in the 90s. So that was Jay Fliz and Odd Pilot, The Algorithm. Definitely a dope record. And I like the tone and the voice, Like I'm a Mobb Deep Infamous guy. That's my number one album. So I prefer hardcore hip hop over any other kind of hip hop. So let's get into Memoria by the producer next door. It says Memoria by the producer next door. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This that go to the club and get laid music. All right, better give me some vocals here soon.
Si pudiera encontrar otra manera para que no te fueras, baby. Todo daría, matar la lejanía, darte los buenos días otra vez. Si pudiera encontrar otra manera para que no te fueras, baby. Todo daría, matar la lejanía, darte los buenos días otra vez.
I'm gonna go with an okay, man. Once again, I think the vocals just took too long to come in. Sometimes people just take too long to build up these songs, and I just think it's best to just get right to the meat and potatoes of the song. But I mean, it's not a bad record. I mean, you probably could hear it in a movie soundtrack or something like that. Definitely like I guess a raver club kind of song, little house music, as Cracker Cat 8470 said. Um, not a bad record. Not a bad record. Let's get into Ona J Jordan 93 Pete Rock featuring Jay Fliz. Owner J Jordan, 93 Pete Rock featuring Jay Flex.
Oh,
See what we
Jay,
got.
what up, son?
93 Pete Rock, that was a
It's been
good
a minute,
year.
fam. Let's get it. Leave 'em in the hee-haw, seeing stars when I beast bars. Hard rain up and down like a seesaw. See y'all coming a mile away. Fuck you think was gonna happen versus Fliz and OJ. Y'all playing games, but we wrote the instructions. My pen potent coasting over Onaje production. He buying induction, fuck with the wrong one. Big mouth with a strong tongue. High strong, gun shy, how I pop off. Scratch serial numbers and y'all got tossed. Don't cross a savage, cause I had enough. Cup runneth over, hand of plenty stuffed. The feed rappers for nourishment, I heat 'em up. Microphones burn opponents, heat is tucked. Slow it down for a moment, ain't in a rush. But the ambulance says you kids is psychological, diabolical, leave you in the hospital.
I'm gonna go with an okay on that one. I like the production. Flow's not bad. Scratches they're kind of cool. They alright. And I do miss that there's not too much scratching and hooks nowadays. Like when I first started making music, we would go to Spring Lake, which is the town over from Fayettenam, and we had a guy there that was our DJ, and basically every song we made was us rapping over an instrumental. When you had to buy wax back in the days. This is before the days of buying beats and leasing beats and stuff like that. You buy some records for the instrumentals and the acapellas, and the DJ would always scratch an acapella in for the hook for every single song that we did. You know what I'm saying? So I do miss those days. Let's get into Monolith, He Who Kills. And what is this? Yeah. Monolith, He Who Kills, Exercise, Unborn. I think this might be our metal track for the day. Yep, metal. Man, I got hundreds and hundreds of metal submissions, man. It's crazy. I get way more metal submissions than any other genre. Monolith, He Who Kills. I'm gonna go with an okay on that one. Thing about metal music, man, is they be them drummers, they be playing the hell out of them drums. It's crazy. Got about 10 more minutes before we get to another commercial break. Let's get into the next one. Reef Hustle, my brother. Reef Hustle, my brother. Let's see what we got.
This morning. They had all this foreign shit. They ain't have shit on my brother, man. Hey, Doe.
Hey, yo!
What's up?
Free the wave.
We still got one brother left, man.
My brother, brother. Yeah, I celebrate the life of my brother. If you don't know right now, you discover we get mad at one another, but you still my brother. Yo, grand rising, nothing as pure as this man rhyming. I Reef hustle the kid in my assignment. The life is aligning along with divine timing. I'm pointing to the sky, I see a comet. I see my brother. You always show love to everybody, my brother. You inspire people, good advice, my brother. Made people mad, and that's facts. But my brother
I
will
like
give
this.
you the shirt off his back, my brother. Forever hold it down. Forever my support, even if I'm not around. You talk about me, how you sound is going down. Betty break somebody's jaw if you spoke about a bounce. Always told the truth when I ain't really want to hear it. But what am I to do if I ain't one with his opinions? I sent him some music, some joints he wasn't feeling. He always had faith like one day I make $1 million. I wish you was here, how I better state it. But when you left the earth, I was devastated. Then you went to the sky and you elevated. To my program benefit, I dedicated. This is for my brother, my brother, my brother. Yeah, I celebrate the life of my brother. If you don't know right now, you discover we get mad at one another, but you still my brother. Yo, I swear when I was writing this down, I couldn't think. Mumbled in, jumbled up words, I'm in a state. I bought a short thing off the chain, we couldn't link. But I gotta take a moment, sit down, I need a drink. There's some things that I really wanna tell you. From the last text, Brick Bro, I could've called instead of mail you. Thank you for the wisdom, now I really...
I'm going with a yay on that. I've heard of this Reef Hustle cat before. I don't know if I've listened to his music before, but he's really, really nice. It kind of gives me a feel of Dipset, man, when Dipset was at their heights, man. Um, yeah, I'm definitely going with a yay. Looks like that's the consensus is a yay on that. That was Reef Hustle, my brother, and he had the Boys in the Hood um intro at the beginning when after Ricky got killed. Wow. Yeah, that definitely gave me like a nostalgic kind of feel. All right, let's get into Shooting Star by Alon. Shooting Star. We got a couple more before we get to a commercial break.
I'm in your galaxy. I'm in your galaxy. I'm in your galaxy.
Lights fade. Close your eyes and fill the space. Get ready to fly. Come explore with me to a place you'll see that you are to me what a star is to the sea. There's a fire burning through my veins, a sensation that just can't be explained. Illuminating light, inspiration and gaze. One in a million, my shooting star.
I'm in your galaxy. I'm in your galaxy. I'm in your galaxy.
I think I do too, Mike. I mean, Mark. Seems like it's a really well put together song.
Galaxy.
Lucid dreaming, it seems unreal. Enraptured by the way it makes you feel. So come explore with me to a place you'll see. A place you'll see. You are to me what a star is to the seas. There's a fire burning through my veins, a sensation that just can't be.
I'm going with a yay on that, man. Very solid record. So far to me, it's probably the best well put together song. The vocals is good. I like the hook. Uh really good, nice dance vibe, club record. That's the thing, like you can't go wrong with a really, really good dance record, man. Most people like need music to dance to, not to bob their head to, man. I'm telling you right now. Shooting Star by who? That was Alon. Alon. LAHN, Shooting Star by Line. All right, we got time for maybe a couple more for the commercial break. Let's get into Slick J. Adams, Change My Ways. This is one of my clients that I'm actually working right now. See what we got. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We vibing it now.
I know I've done wrong. I done hurt you so many times. Every time you forgave me, instead of going forward, I just press rewind. But baby, I promise I'm gonna stop. I'm never gonna do it again.
I feel like I'm in the 70s right now, man.
If you give me another shot, I swear I'll be a better man. Baby, I'll change my ways. I can't imagine seeing you with another man. That'll hurt every core in my body, babe. That's something I could never stand. But baby, I promise I'm gonna stop. I'll never ever do it again. No, no.
Wow, some powerful vocals right there, man. Slick J. Adams, Change My Ways. Definitely is a yay for me. Definitely has a nostalgic feel. Really, really powerful vocals, man. That's definitely up for song of the day as well. Let's get to the next one. Snakes in the Grass. Triz featuring Ab Soul. Produced by Python P. See what we got.
Yeah. Hey, I made this bed that I lie on. Embrace the darkness like Bane, don't cut the light on. Right on, hit every target I set my sight on. Always paranoid cause all these drugs that I'm high on. Faded, slurring my words cause I be shaded. Still spitting venom, I'm venomous, just a pinch of this to get rid of you niggas that's thinking you can't get with this shit. Attempt to get constricted and limp soon as you hit this shit. Whew. Constricted like a python. I'm strangling this beat, shout out to Python. Standing no business, I'm on point like a tripod.
This shit is
hit
dope.
'em up on repeat in my iPod, nigga.
Snakes in the grass. Snakes on your ass. Gypsies on my dick. Perfect
Wow.
cast on your goofy ass. Bait in the bass. Snakes in the grass. Snakes on your ass.
Trials and tribulations, laws of engagement. Some niggas only get their flowers at funeral arrangements. Some niggas is mistaken cause they don't know what it's taking. Liam Neeson's a hell of a thespian, but I'm just saying, mind your business before I mind you. And double back on your ass, double up and remind you. But never mind that, I'm a combative wombat. I don't even know what a wombat is.
Snakes in the grass.
Hey, Big Twin,
Snakes on your ass.
can you define that?
Gypsies on my dick. Perfect cast on your goofy ass. Bait in the bass.
That's another yay, man. And you know what this song really kind of reminds me of? Like, really what hip hop was about. Like, when you back in the days when you was rhyming, you was saying things, it was all about the wow factor. So I'm like, oh, you hear what he said? Wow. And they were saying some shit that would have me like, wow, like you just don't hear that no more too much nowadays. And we ain't saying that we got to hear it all the time, but we don't never hear it in the mainstream. Everybody in the mainstream has damn near the same production sound, the same rap styles sound. They don't really stand out, man, too much. And I'm just talking about mainstream rappers in general. All right, let's get to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Are you a musician looking for music marketing and promotion? Then look no further than Promo Palace LLC, your one-stop shop for all music promotion services. Services include Spotify playlist pitching, YouTube video promotion, record pool promotion, blog placements, radio airplay promotion, SoundCloud promotion, and much more. With over 2,000 customers and over 10 years of experience in online promotion, Promo Palace LLC is a company you can trust. For more info, please go to promopalace.biz. See you there.
That's right. You heard the beautiful lady. If you need online market promotions, please go to promopalace.biz. I definitely recommend Instagram influencer marketing first and foremost, and TikTok influencer marketing, and YouTube video promotion as well. And after the reviews, I'm going to get into something I talked about yesterday on the podcast about age limits in hip hop, and not just hip hop, in the music business in general. All right, we got a few songs left, and we're gonna get in a song of the day, and then I'm gonna go over a few things to anybody wants to stay on and listen to what I have to say about just trying to make it as an artist and breaking yourself as an artist. Let's get into the last 4 songs. We got The Mighty Capiche, Worship, Jesus Saves. So this is probably a gospel or Christian record, which they have gotten song of the day before. So or a Christian rap record, it sounds like.
Many nights, many hours, many days. Stashed from a trap, yay, in a stairway. Cuss one smoke, one drip. That trap, that sticks. Rats in the front, G's out back. Even Mendes plugged with a kitty cat. Holocaust middle pass way too deep. Count stacks with a banger, count sheep. Man down, good dudes got hit. Over racks or some. Blurty got shot down out in the peas. Little homie, one and only, hate to see him leave. Hood gotcha, no one you could trust. Allah Akbar, guess never found us. Hell froze, slugs right at your nose. Crown Vicks, pigs in plain clothes. Push on the block, Moss at the same place. Saw so many turn Scarface. White dread had a name up in the street. Kawasaki, blaze you with the heat. Talk, many wanna criticize, but the Big Mac ain't for small fries. 9 double M's, 4/5, 22s. Like a phone number, don't let him call you. Careful with drip, burners melt ice. Wouldn't listen, now gotta see Christ. Hood still lit, feds took a mean stash. Tryna re-up, might catch a heat rash. A boy got knocked.
Probably gonna go to hell for this, but I'm going with an okay. I mean, production was it was cool. Flow was could have used the hook probably to make it more of a single, but yeah, I'm just going with an okay on that one. I agree, Chill. It's alright. It's alright. More of an album cut, than a single. I know that much. All right, let's get into last 2. Young Billionaire featuring The Most High. This is called Nobody's Safe. Let's see what we got.
I'm rolling up, by the way. Brooklyn. YB Most High. 2-6. I'm rolling up, by the way. safe, nobody safe, nobody safe. Nobody safe, nobody safe, nobody safe. Move the fuck out my way. Who the fuck back? You ain't gang. Nobody safe, nobody safe, nobody safe. Nobody safe, nobody safe, nobody safe. Get the fuck out my way. Who the fuck back? You ain't gang. I'm in them streets. Promise they won't kill me. Promise I spit this real shit. These niggas gotta feel me, nigga. I remember being broke. Remember when they cut me off? They acting like I ain't shit when I was the main one involved. I'm back on my shit. Let me stop lying. My whole life feel like it's get rich or die trying. I'm from a block where niggas are squeeze iron. Cause when they throw them shots, them niggas they not fighting. You don't hear what I said, I might Tyson him. Right off his ear, now y'all niggas can't hear. Fucking city full of smoke and I smell it in the air. Nobody's safe and I know y'all niggas scared.
Don't play with it, nobody's safe. Feel like Casanova when I'm in Brooklyn with them apes. New Hove known for putting the grace on the plate like a steak. Don't talk to me about who to go, it's really no debate. If they ain't signed us to their label, that's a huge mistake. The feds want us to snitch on ourselves, no way. Free Tory, I pray to God he beat the case. Locked in 25 years, we don't need a break. Back to you, Hove.
Mark. I think you spoke a little too soon. I'm gonna have to go with it, man. I gotta give it an A. Yeah, man. I mean, deliver beats like that a few times. You're not gang. I mean, most people aren't gang. Like, I don't know, man. It's just I can't rock with this shit. It's just respectfully, it's nay for me. Same old shit. Yeah, it's same old shit and even worse. You know, it's I don't know, man. No substance there with the lyrics. Delivery wasn't all that. Beat sounds like something I already heard. You know, nothing was impressing me at all. All right, we got one left. Looks like we had an A today. What do you know? Not surprised. When all else fails, somebody's gonna have an A. Young Black and Gifted, Victory Lap. That's the last song of the day. Young Black and Gifted, Victory Lap. Come on, we need a banger to end out the day.
Survive, strength, ancestor slaves. We've been touring ever since. Grams, rap, rob, legit. Get it how you live. Every bag is secure. Let's go.
The mathematical, large and two latitude attacking you. My shit is autobiographical. You faggots do what the rappers do. You too dramatical, we niggas with them attitudes. You ain't got the aptitude, that's why I had to tackle you. From here to Malibu like snakes, I'ma rattle you. Straight from the avenue to greats, I'ma battle you. And the heavyweights, I'ma challenge you. I show gratitude, but now I'm in a bad mood. Had to do what I had to do. I'm a factor, Duke. If I was as whack as you, I wouldn't rhyme after you. Mono for matter, fool, you need more collateral. My shit is graphic, yo, and I'm just an average Joe. With a rapping flow that a nigga master, yo. Fast or slow, I need cash and shows. Y'all can't pass me, yo, or surpass me, yo. No longer pass me,
Goes honor, survive, strength. Ancestor slaves, we've been touring ever since. Shit, grams, rap, rob, legit. Young Black and Gifted, every bag is secure. Let's go, nigga. Ayo, the glorious days, they said they passed us. I'm trying to be a mogul, they just wanna rap, bruh. Shook the game up like Leonard to the Raptors. Or when that boy Bron traded to the Heat. Haters burning my jersey, they don't shit what I eat. Expensive spending ain't cheap, so I gotta bring something that double up every week. Talking like you elite, nigga, you just a flea in this jungle full of chameleons. We gotta start building, emphasis in the children, instead of filling up prisons. Decisions made on the fly by, from a culture with standards that niggas die by. Like never lay with your man wife. Never. And never let some sucker shit slide twice. Never. No, I'm always in that clutch mind. Cause you can't get ready when it's go time. Honor, survive, strength. Ancestor slaves, we've been touring ever since.
I'm gonna go with a yay on that one. Yeah, and I'm with Mark. Not a high yay. It's kind of a low yay for me. A little better than okay, but right there, yay. So song of the day, I know Mark said he got that acoustic song, which was actually that song is by up hold up. We got another so let's go ahead and throw that in the mix real quick. Since he has been tuning in, commenting. Let's see. We got this last song, Chili Too Cold. And just cause he is living in Vietnam, just know I am not biased by any means. The best song of the day gets best song of the day. So we got Chili Too Cold, Reach the Stars. Let's see what we got.
Taking off in my rocket, just a one-man crew. Cause baby, as a man, I have to do what I do. So I'm taking off in my rocket, I'll be home in a few. Trying to reach the stars just to bring them to you. Trying to reach the stars just to bring them to you. Houston, do you copy? Taking off on everybody. Finna leave the world behind me. Gonna need a telescope to find me. It's gonna take an asteroid to stop me. Once I leave from out this lobby, nobody in the galaxy can top me. And you can put a stamp on that. They'll lose both legs trying to run with them, and I stand on that. They dog the fuck out the realest ones, man. I can't stand y'all cats. Reaching out when I reach the stars, that's when I just can't call back. My little girl looking under me, so I can't fall flat, can't fall flat. Taking off in my rocket, just a one-man crew.
Chili, I like this, man.
As a man, I have to do what I do. So I'm taking off in my rocket, I'll be home in a few. Trying to reach the stars just to bring them to you. Trying to reach the stars just to bring them to you. And I will be there for you whenever you down and push you right back up the hill. Daddy will, and I'm always here, your safe space. You can tell me how you feel, whether you need a hug or a happy meal. Someone to talk to, a time to kill. They better not play with you, caps a pill. And I mean that, I'm only going for a few trips to the moon. Don't worry, I'll be back. Everything I do for you and your mama. I hope you see that. I'll be in touch whenever I hit the ground. Behave for your mama, I'll turn this rocket around. I turn this rocket around. Behave for your mama, I turn this rocket around. Taking off in my rocket, just a one-man crew. Cause baby, as a man, I have to do what I do. So I'm taking off in my rocket, I'll be home in a few. Trying to reach the stars just to bring them to you. Trying to reach the stars just to...
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty cool song too. I'm gonna go with a yay on that. Chili, definitely inspirational. Not the same degenerate shit you be hearing out there, like the harmonizing on the hook, like the flow on the verse. You be making some really cool songs, man. You be making some really, really cool songs. And I done told you, you definitely one of the top 3 artists in the Ville. Mark says top 3 of the day so far. So I guess Mark still got the acoustic song. So I think for me though, it's between, like, I don't really pick songs just based on what I feel like my favorite song is. I try to pick based on what do I feel like has the most potential to be a single. the most potential to be a single. And I think I gotta go with between Shooting Star by Line and Slick J Adams, Change My Ways. And I think I'm gonna go with Slick J Adams, Change My Ways, man, for my song of the day. I just think it's the most single potential. The vocals are just really powerful on there. And I think I will go with Shooting Star by Line as my number 2. Some really dope records though. I mean, you got the Chili Too Cold record we just played. The Reef Hustle record was pretty good. Of course, Mark is gonna go with for a song of the day for him was this Corey M. Combs Crumbs 24. I mean, the acoustic record was really dope, really powerful, but I don't know if it had the single potential as some of these other records. The J Fliz and Odd Pilot Algorithm, that was pretty good record. Memoria, Producer Next Door is a pretty good record. Not a bad day at all. Being that there was only one nay. Snakes in the Grass was pretty good with Absol. Definitely like that record. But a lot of good music. And I'm gonna get into another quick Dizzle break. And then when I come back, we're gonna basically oh yeah, your song was number 1, man. Your song was the first song that we reviewed. I gave it a okay. But it was a really good start to the day, I thought. So I'm gonna get to another Dizzle break, and I'm gonna come back and I want to go over what I talked about yesterday on the live stream yesterday for Live for Vietnam.
Tropical drink.
Are we drinking? Me and my team, whenever we link up, they wanna we drink up. We sit down, relax and have few glasses when there's things to think about. Like I'm nice with the bars when I tend to the bars and I'm not talking drink ups. So tell the bartender that's tending the bar to please pass me a big cup up. And tell that waitress is waiting on us to put a little ice in it. Now watch the ice become weightless like the spaceships that I be sitting in. No wait and listen, no they're waiting for that tropical twist that'll take your taste buds. Now taste some. Now I insist it's the Dizzle.
That is right. I really mean it. You could Dizzle too. Dizzle is a premium luxury liqueur mixed with agave tequila, cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. So your Dizzle nice and it's nice. When you order your very own bottle or bottles, go to dizzlebrand.com. All right, so yesterday one of the topics was something that I've been hearing a lot lately, where people been talking about, is there an age limit in hip hop? And I kind of took it further as far as, is there an age limit in the music business in general? Now, and this just relates to being an artist. Like, if you're a producer, there's no age limit to producing beats. Nobody's gonna say, "Hey, I can't buy a beat from you because you're too old." That's one. Nobody's gonna be like, "Yeah, I can't buy a beat from you because you're over 35." Nobody's gonna say that. If you got hot beats, you got hot beats. And people are gonna buy it based on if they like the beat. They're not gonna care about your age. So let's take out producers. Producers is definitely no age limit. Artists, is there an age limit to make it in the music business? Now, I will say this: there's an age limit on if a major label is going to sign you or not. I got on ChatGPT, I did some research. Based on my research, the oldest guy to sign a deal with a major label was Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs signed a major label at 40 years old. But this is the thing, though. Freddie Gibbs was probably already established for anywhere from 5 to 10 years before he signed that major deal. Freddie Gibbs has been established for a little while. Jelly Roll. What about Jelly Roll? I guess he's saying Jelly Roll was over 35 when he signed a major deal. But this is the thing, like one or two guys doesn't make it something that's as common as the cold. You know, yeah, he signed at like 38, I think. Okay. And I bet though that Jelly Roll was probably already getting paid shows as an artist before he was 35. That's the thing. Like most people saying the age limit is 35. And I can somewhat agree with that as far as establishing yourself as an artist. Uh he says, yeah, that is rare. The music has to be timeless, and if you're over a certain age, undeniable. Um and Jelly Roll's not really considered a rapper. So it might be different for singers. I could be wrong. But I do think that Jelly Roll was probably established as an artist who was probably making a living off of his music some odd years before he signed that deal. And that's the thing. If you're already established artist and you already made it off of independence, you really don't need the deal. So I don't really think it typically applies that way. You know what I'm saying? But I just think, okay, if you're trying to sign with a major label, there's probably an age limit. 35 and younger, I would think. You know, I don't major labels are really love to sign younger artists. Why they like to sign younger artists? Because they're quick to sign deals to get out of poverty and not really know what the deal has included inside of it, what all it entails. So they definitely like younger artists. And then artists also younger artists are they're making it at young ages. I mean, even when I was coming up in the 90s, there was a lot of artists that were signing at young ages, man. There was a lot of artists signing when in their early teens or their early 20s. It's always been like that, you know, where they try to find back, especially back in the days when they actually had artist development, you know, they actually had A&Rs. People were trying to find artists while they were young and develop them. You know what I'm saying? Now they're trying to find artists that are established. He said there shouldn't be an age limit. This is the only genre of music where there's been an age limit put in place. Yes and no, because you can't find any people in those other genres typically that are signing major label deals over the age of 30. So, and like Chili said, independent is the way to go. That's the only way to not attach an age limit to yourself typically. Because as soon as you say, hey, I'm trying to sign with a major label, well, then the clock is ticking, man, if you're a certain age. The clock is ticking for you to sign with a major label. And major labels are only signing typically established artists or established brands, because most artists nowadays aren't making it solely off of their music. They're making it off of their lifestyle being broadcasted through their social medias. They're making it because people are wowing their lifestyle, you know, looking up and worshiping them while they're rocking all their jewelry and driving expensive cars and whatever it may be. Um, see, they're not going to invest into something that's not already profitable. I mean, and you can't really argue with that mindset because labels, like, say what you want about the 90s, labels lost a lot of money in the 90s because they would just sign an artist based on could you spit 16 bars or not. That still don't mean you could go in the studio and make a hit record. It doesn't mean, you know, you can't. Just because you can spit 16 bars don't mean you can make a hit record. It's just like the battle rap cats. How many of those battle rap cats you actually see make hit records? They're not really great at making songs. They're really great at just battle rapping. You know, and when you get into the mainstream, it's all about hits, man. It's all about numbers. That's all it's about. When you're underground or independent, it's all about the quality of the music, the quality of the product, the quality of the brand more than anything. So I do think there is an age limit on this. And even if you're independent and trying to find an investor, like a cat like Tech Nine had somebody invest into him, and they invested literally $2 million before they even made a single profit. But I'm pretty sure there's an age limit on you getting an investor as well. I agree. Hitmakers have a whole different creative process. Yeah. You know, look at Drake. Drake made every song like it was a hit record, which I think is a great formula to have, is to make every song in the sense that it could be a potential hit record. And nowadays you can have if your album is popular enough and you get enough plays and streams off of it, your whole album could go top 100. That didn't happen back in the days. Your whole album goes top 100. You know what I'm saying? So I do think there's an age limit on this. Not to damper anybody's spirits, not to try to discourage anybody. But if you're trying to sign with a major label, depending on what your age is, the clock is probably ticking. If you're trying to stay independent, well, let's talk about that. What does that look like? So this is what I would advise for any artist that wants to stay independent and try to make it off of independence. And you could sign, be independent and sign with independent labels. You could be independent and find investors, rich people that are willing to invest, especially if you're able to show them, hey, we're already getting paid for shows, we're already selling this amount of merch, we're already doing this, we're already doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with any smart business person. You know, most people would rather invest into something that is already making money. That's why, like, the smart business move for business people is to buy, like, billionaires. Why do they buy NBA basketball teams? Because they know it's a business that's already making a shit ton of money. They know by the time they buy that basketball team and by the time they sell, it's probably going to be worth $1 billion or $2 billion more. You know, why do people invest in a McDonald's? It's a business that you know you're always going to make money off of. As soon as you build a McDonald's somewhere, you don't even got to advertise. You don't got to run no radio ads. You don't got to run no TV commercials or nothing. As soon as you build a McDonald's and they see them big old arches, that's all the advertisement you need. Those giant arches. That's all the advertisement you need. So, as an independent artist, this is what I would recommend. I would try to focus most of my budget and time and energy into one platform. I would pick a platform that I feel like gives me the best results without advertising, and I would focus on that platform. I think typically the number one platform to try to really build your brand as an artist, to me specifically, is YouTube. Why YouTube? Well, the advertising is very very affordable advertising. Um, you have more control with YouTube because you could delete stuff anytime you want to delete it, upload anytime you want to upload it. You could go live, do whatever you want to do. The thing I definitely like about YouTube is the ads under your promotion tab. So you can get under your promotion tab and you can run an ad at $5 or $10 per ad. And I guarantee you're gonna, if you run the right countries, the right targets, you're gonna get a decent amount of impressions, decent amount of views, but more importantly, your subscribers are gonna start going up. And if anything, anybody knows anything about social media platforms and platforms in general, YouTube subscribers are far more valuable than Instagram followers, than Twitter followers, and TikTok followers, and things of that nature. The reason why is on YouTube, you can't do this follow for follow method. Like you see people posting in like Facebook groups all the time, talking about follow for follow, follow for follow. That's typically how when you create a brand new Instagram account, typically the best way to get followers is you go and start following a bunch of people, and a small percentage of those people are going to follow you back. Well, you could do that same method with Twitter. You could do that same method with TikTok, but it doesn't work with YouTube. So YouTube, you got to pump out content and you got to advertise. And that's why I think YouTube is the best. And you could delete your content, upload it anytime you want to. You got more control. You could build a solid fan base that you can, once you monetize your YouTube, then you could bring all your merchandise into play. That's when they'll include your merchandise store with every single link. If you notice, a lot of YouTube content creators, besides monetization, they're all selling t-shirts. They're all selling product. And then they all got Patreons. So you need a platform that you could really leverage a fan base. Because like everybody's caught up in the Spotify playlist scam, caught up in getting plays on Spotify, when Spotify's clearly told unsigned independent artists, we don't really want you on the platform. That's why we've demonetized your music if you don't get 1,000 plays or more. Do you think demonetization affects major artists? No. No, it don't affect major artists one bit. It affects unsigned artists, independent artists. And if you're not getting 1,000 plays on every single song in your catalog for a 365-day period, then most of your songs are going to be demonetized. The majority of songs on Spotify are demonetized. More than 60% of the songs on Spotify are literally demonetized right now. And then they're going to take your royalties and throw it in this pot of royalties because your song didn't meet the demonetization threshold. We're just going to give these royalties away to major artists or artists that we feel deserve it, artists that we label as non-hobby artists. Deezer's calling most of y'all hobby artists. Why? Because you're not advertising. Y'all just sitting there promoting it to your Facebooks, your Instagrams. You promoting it to all the haters. When really you should be advertising for engagement. Because once you advertise for engagement and any of your posts start getting massive engagement, it's going to be flooding the timeline of all the haters and all the people that do support you. So I would focus on YouTube if I was an artist. I would focus solely on YouTube. Advertise daily. The minimal is like, it's not even $1 a day is not even minimal. You can run $15 worth of ads on a video over a 30-day period, which is 50 cents a day. But run it worldwide. Then run the ad where you get subscribers. Go under your promotions tab. Set up a ad under your promotions tab. You can set up an ad, pick a video, run $5 on the video. You're going to get subscribers. So build up your YouTube. And I ain't saying don't focus on the other platforms too. Still post to Facebook, because typically you want to have 2 to 3 pieces of content per day. If you go to any one of my social media sites, you will see I typically post 2 to 3 clips per day to every single. I got Paul Pickett Podcast. So Paul Pickett Podcast gets about 2 to 3 posts a day, whether that's 2 video clips and a Paul Pickett Podcast image or something, a graphic or something. 2 to 3 a day. And when you upload to YouTube, don't post your videos straight directly to YouTube right away. Schedule your clips 24 hours ahead of time. So when you go to upload to YouTube, schedule your clips 24 hours ahead of time. Make sure you're constantly uploading clips. I know people don't even advertise and get 20, 30,000, 40,000 views just by scheduling their post and posting, following the times of post. Typically, you want to post 8 in the morning, around 11 to 12, and then after 6, like 6 to 8. So that's usually your 2 to 3 posts per day. And you want to take whatever you post, you want to post it to Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. But YouTube's you want to schedule 24 hours ahead. And also when y'all uploading to Instagram, don't upload it like if it's a don't upload reels as reels. Upload your reel as a post. I found out that actually gets way more traffic when I upload it as a post, opposed to posting it as a reel. But so yeah, I would focus on one platform. Find a platform that you feel like is getting you the best organic results and start dumping some money into it, man. Like I said, if you're not even advertising $1 a day, and if you can't afford to advertise $1 a day, then Deezer's right, man. Spotify's right. You're a hobby artist. You're not even in the game. And you're not really even competing at $1 a day, but you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. You gotta advertise it. You gotta build up your subscribers. When you get into and don't forget that all followers are not fans too when you're on social media. Like typically, if you got 1 million followers, typically only 10 to 20% of them will engage with your content. So if you only got 1,000 followers, typically only 10 to 20% is gonna engage at most. And also artists, one thing I noticed is a lot of y'all just post content. That's good. Post your content, but also get on social media and create a discussion around something. That's the best way to get people engaged. Ask a question. Ask a question. I mean, for me, I like to get in there and, post hip hop related stuff. Like, post a picture of 4 rappers, which one has the best bars. Create a discussion. Cuz that's the thing, like if your music or your content is not popular and not getting a ton of engagement, then people are typically not going to engage with it. There's no discussion around your content. So try to create a discussion around any and everything that you can, you know, by asking some kind of question that relates to yes or no, or what do you think about this, or what do you think about that? Or you could just embrace controversial content. And that's another thing. I think musicians need to be willing to be controversial every now and then. If you're not willing to do anything controversial, sometimes it's hard to stand out. Look at a cat like the baby. The baby's proof that you don't make it solely off of your music nowadays, unless you're probably an independent or underground artist. All mainstream artists have to do other things like the baby, like wear a diaper at South by Southwest. If you're willing to do things like that, then you could get all the attention in the world on your crap. You know what I'm saying? If you're willing to push the needle, as they say, uh, push the envelope and basically do something that's controversial, or same thing with Sexy Red. The only reason Sexy Red is popping is because she said her booty hole is brown. You can't tell me any other reason that she's popping, that everybody started talking about her because she was sexy. Nah, it was because my booty hole's brown. Same thing with the baby wearing a diaper. Nobody was talking about the baby until he wore a diaper at South by Southwest. And I think that was a very bold move. It fits with his brand, the baby, wearing a diaper. Babies wear diapers. So it fits with his brand. And it was very bold. It was very bold. What they say, scared money don't make money. Scared money don't make money. So yeah, As an artist, I will focus on one platform as my main platform that I invest money into. If I was y'all, I would focus on YouTube would be my number one, TikTok will be my number two, Instagram will be my number three in that specific order, and Facebook number four. And as you hear, I didn't say nothing about Spotify, Apple, any of those platforms, because those platforms are not designed for building fan base. They don't allow you to engage with fans directly. People can't comment on your music. People can't reply to those comments. And that's the thing. That's why social media is winning, is because the engagement. And TikTok is winning because of the algorithms. You know, we got a client right now. I think we got about 70,000 views between two posts on that song. So that's not bad, being that they didn't spend too much money with us. And that's the thing. You can find influencers that got millions of followers and pay them like 20, 25 bucks to get them to post your song to their TikTok. And you can end up getting 100,000 people easily, you know, listening to your song. And that's the thing about music. Like, you know, it's got to be heard over and over and over and over again for it to typically really, really grow on you a lot of times nowadays. I remember when I first heard what's my man's name? Post Malone, White Iverson. I couldn't stand it at first, but the more I heard it, it grew on me. It grew on me. And people were always like, "Oh, this ain't hip hop. This ain't hip hop." But I don't really recall Post Malone calling himself hip hop or say he was an MC or say he was spitting bars. You know, so that's another thing. As an artist, don't let nobody ever tell you what success is as far as what you want success to be. You as an artist dictate what success is in your life. If to you success is just getting a certain amount of Spotify plays and making a certain amount of money, hey, that's fine, man. That's cool. You know, if success for you is just, you know, making enough money to pay the bills um off of your music, that's even better. You know what I'm saying? Just don't let nobody dictate what success is in your life. Success is whatever you want it to be. Once you reach that point of what makes you happy as far as success goes, you're successful. Just because you don't get rich off of your music, you know, people can't be, he wasn't successful. Did you make a living off of your music? Were you able to pay all your bills and take care of your whole family and yourself off of your music? Because that should be the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal should be to be able to pay all your bills off of making music, performing music, making music, selling merch, t-shirts, CDs, whether it's vinyl, cassettes. That should be the ultimate goal, is to make a living off of making and performing music. Anything above that is really icing on the cake and cherry on top. But yeah, that would be my advice. Um, I basically, even with my podcast, I try to focus mainly on YouTube. And once you blow up on one platform, you could get all the other platforms to fall in line. Once you blowing up on one of these platforms and you got enough influence and subscribers and enough engagement, then you could promote people to your Instagram and promote them to your Facebook or promote them to your TikTok or promote them to your Spotify. Like, really the best way to actually get Spotify plays is to get TikTok influencers to post your music with their posts. TikTok influencers are breaking music more than anybody nowadays. Back in the days, DJs used to break most of the music. DJs, radio program directors broke a lot of music, or club DJs. Nowadays, music is being broken by TikTok influencers, you know, Instagram influencers, YouTube influencers, just influencers in general. Look at the song, what's my man's name? Leangelo Ball, yeah, he's popular and he's famous, but without that influencer getting behind it, that song doesn't take off like it does. And that's the thing. When you're a big enough influencer, there's other big influencers that follow you as well. And influencers, they like to stick together. They like to have little, small, tight knit communities. So if one influencer takes your song and say he does a dance to it, he might have 5 or 6, 7 other big influencers just like him that'll take the song and dance to it too without you having to pay them. And I can tell you right now, influencers, unless your song is popular or you know the influencer, they're not doing no posts for free. They're not doing posts for free. This ain't like submitting to radio where radio stations are supposed to play your music for free. FM radio stations. This ain't like that. So YouTube would be the number one platform I would focus on. TikTok as well. Paying TikTok influencers and advertising on TikTok as well, because I think you could do $1 a day on TikTok. If you got a budget for $100 a month, I would literally just say, hey, all right, let's put like $50 a month into YouTube video view ads. Let's put $50 into a YouTube engagement ad, right? Then let's take another 100 and let's put that into TikTok ads. Then you could take another 100 and split that down the middle and get TikTok $50 on TikTok influencers and $50 on Instagram influencers. I can get 1 million followers reach with $100 on TikTok, and there's multiple influencers. The thing is you can't just focus on US market either. That's another thing y'all mistakenly doing. A lot of y'all American artists are only trying to get big in an American market. Well, that's far more expensive and you get more engagement. And think about, how do international artists get big? They try to advertise outside the markets. You got international artists, they're trying to get big in America. We should be trying to get big overseas. That's how it typically should work. But American artists, they got this mindset of, well, if somebody don't speak English, they don't want to advertise it to them. But that's the dumbest thing I ever heard, because a lot of these artists that go to shows overseas, and you'll go to some countries and perform, and not one person speaks a lick of English. You go to Colombia and do shows, and not hardly anybody in the crowd speaks a lick of English, but you still getting paid shows in Colombia. So yeah, let's focus on YouTube. Make sure TikTok is your second, Instagram's your third, Facebook's your fourth. If you got a budget of at least $300 a month, I would spread it out over YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Basically running YouTube ads, TikTok ads, and then paying as many TikTok and Instagram influencers as you can. And if you don't, man, if you only got $100 a month, I would just split $50 on YouTube video ads and $50 on YouTube engagement ads. And I'm telling you, your views are gonna go up, your engagement's gonna go up, your subscribers are gonna go up, and it's gonna go up on a daily. And those subscribers are gonna be far more powerful than Facebook followers or Instagram followers or YouTube followers or TikTok followers, because you can't do that follow for follow on YouTube. You got to pump out content and you got to advertise. So yeah, man. Stay independent if you can. Try to find an investor, somebody who's willing to invest money, into what you're doing. The best way to probably do that is to already be getting paid shows, if not already be selling merchandise. If you're already selling merchandise, then you could kind of bring them in under the umbrella of the merchandise, and then see, if they can invest in other things as well. I mean, I managed an artist one time, and we literally made 2 songs and got an investor that kicked out at least, they probably spent about $50,000 or more, but they did all the wrong things. They went and pay 20,000 for a music video just to book Omar Gooden and John Witherspoon and Fonzie Bentworth and try to, you know, make the artist look like he's something he wasn't. They gave 10,000 to Coast for what? They did nothing. They just threw money around, man. Like it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it was candy. And it didn't work. We were able to get an investor. The problem was the investor let other people get in their ear and they just started just blowing the money left and right. But invest in yourself first and nobody else. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. And that's another thing. I'm glad you said that, Chili. The problem I have with the music business is if you look at every other business on the planet, right? Yeah, some people will go to the bank and get loans and things of that nature to start a business. But out of all businesses, this is the business where the most people have no money to invest. And they're looking to get major labels to invest everything into them. And then they think they're going to get a big portion back when the labels invest in everything. I mean, there's just too many people in this business trying to get in this business that have no kind of budgets, no kind of funds, are not willing to spend any kind of funds. Every other business on the planet, damn near, unless you get a loan from the bank, you got to have money to start a business. If I start a pizza joint, you best believe I'm gonna have to have enough money to rent a spot out where I can sell pizzas. You know, what Chili said. Yep, agreed. Can't bring nothing to the table and expect to eat. That's the thing. Like a lot of artists think that just because they bring music to the table, that it has this tremendous value. The only value the music has is based on how many people are willing to pay for a ticket when you performing, how many people are willing to buy physical products, how many people are willing to go and stream your music. So yeah, man. Invest whatever you can. There's only two kind of budgets. Whatever you can afford, whatever you're willing to spend. Typically, if you're going off of what you're willing to spend, you're probably a rich motherfucker who's a cheapskate. And there's no cheapskate route to music promotions. It kills me when a lot of my customers are just waiting for the next promotion sale to come. You ain't advertising 3 to 4 months and you just waiting on the next sale who might not be here for another 3 or 4 months. That's not going to get you nowhere. You have to advertise daily. You have to get your face out there daily. People got to get sick and tired of seeing you before they take you serious a lot of times. And a lot of times this music doesn't, especially nowadays, it has to grow on you. You got to hear it over and over again. And sometimes songs that you didn't like at first, after you hear them enough, they become catchy. You start reciting them in your head. And that's just how things go. The human mind is designed differently than any other brain on this planet. We're easily manipulated. We're easily brainwashed. We're easily fall into the sheep mindset. Most people don't like music unless it's already popular. Most people don't like to go digging for the crates. They don't like underground music. They don't like independent music. They only like what's popular. Most people just want to fit in with the crowd. They want to listen to what everybody else is listening to, and so they don't feel left out. They want to be part of the cool kids. So yeah, I would advise whatever you can afford, take that. If you're going to, like I said, if you're going to afford $100 a month, put that in the YouTube ads, do a view campaign and a subscriber engagement campaign. If you got less than that, I mean, if you only got $50 a month, just put $30 into views every day $1 a day, $30 a month in the views, and take the other 20 and run it into a YouTube engagement campaign. That way you're getting subscribers on the daily as well. Views and subscribers. And constantly post content, 2 to 3 pieces a day. Make sure you schedule it 24 hours ahead of time. The reason you got to schedule it 24 hours ahead of time is because the YouTube algorithms need enough time to register your title, your description, your tags, and things of that nature. So that's what I would recommend. And if you got an extra 100 on top of that, then put like $50 in the YouTube ads, which is over $1 a day at least, advertising a video about your single. That's the thing. A lot of people make mistakes they'll advertise the actual music video. You don't advertise the actual music video. You advertise a ad advertising the music video, or ad advertising the single. You want to keep ads 30 seconds or less. And 15 seconds or less is even better. So if you run an ad for a 3-4 minute music video, it's not going to get viewed all the way through. The best thing is to advertise a commercial advertising your new single and where they can go listen or watch it. That's what I would recommend. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how advertising works. But artists think, hey, let me go ahead and advertise my music video. What's a 3-minute, 4-minute ad? Who watches a 3-4 minute ad? Nobody. Nobody's watching no 3 or 4 minute ad. Most people hate ads. They can't stand ads. So make it as short as possible. Advertise on YouTube, advertise on TikTok, and if you got, like I said, if you got $300 a month budget, you should be able to advertise on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, and still be able to pay influencers, because you can find influencers that got a million followers or more, and they only charge maybe $25 a post. Just don't get caught up in whether they do dances. And that's the thing. If you're not making dance records, you really just let the influencer do what they do or how they get engagement, and let them put the music in the background. And the more and more people hear the song over and over again, the more reluctant they are to go and check out and see if it's on Spotify and listen to the whole song. Because that's the good thing. That's the beauty about TikTok. TikTok only gives you a portion of the song. They only give you like a minute at most. So if you want to listen to the whole song, you have to leave TikTok and go somewhere else. But yeah, I think I'm done for the day. We about to hit the 2-hour mark. I usually don't go this long. Yeah, as a artist, just know if you're trying to sign with a major label, the clock is ticking. There is an age limit on signing with major labels, especially if you're not an already established artist. If you're already established, then labels might come, you might be a rare, like Jelly Roll get signed at 38 or Freddie Gibbs at 40, but I'm pretty sure they were both established probably a few years before that, where they were making a living off of their music, getting paid shows and whatnot. Like my guy PBE Pluto. Go check him out. Follow PBE Pluto. This guy is constantly getting paid shows. He's got people paying him $1,500 a feature. Every time he goes and does a paid show in a city, he has at least 2 to 3 artists that are willing to pay him $1,500 for a feature. So if he has 2 or 3 artists pay him for features, he's literally leaving with anywhere from $3,000 to $4,500 off of features alone. He's not a mainstream household name, but he's got shows where he's performing in front of tens to 20,000 people. He's constantly getting shows, has a heavy merchandise game, has a whole room just full of merch where he sells merch. Chili, appreciate you staying on this long. I know sometimes people got a lot of better things to do than just stay on and hear me rant, but that's what I would do, man. Stay independent. If you're trying to get with a major label, just know the clock is ticking for you to sign with a major label if you're not established at a certain point. And just know that it's not common history that artists make it at later ages. Now, if you're an old school artist that made it in the 80s and 90s, this doesn't apply to you. Like, These guys sign new deals all the time with labels to drop new albums and stuff like that, and they're still getting paid to do performances. Lenny Williams is 80 years old, still performing, getting paid to perform. There's no age limit on getting paid to perform. There's no age limit. Um, once you make it and you're established at any point in the music business, that you can't really apply an age limit, because at that point, it's like a person's trying to make music their livelihood for as long as they can make music their livelihood. And why would they not? If I, if I was an established artist, I would try to stay established as long as I can. I would try to stay performing shows as long as I can, stay selling merch as long as I can, stay in touch and in tune with my fan base as long as I can, and stay building fan base as long as I can. Because it's not like it's like once the if the music business fizzles out, there isn't no union, there isn't no 401k, there isn't no you know escrow save, there isn't none of that. There's you having to go back and work a regular 9 to 5 or go and hustle. So if you become established artist at any point, you want to stay established as long as you can, and that's why it wouldn't makes no sense for there to be a age limit on established artists. Because why would you want to go back to working a regular 9 to 5 or hustling if you could stay as a headline and touring artist? But like I said, focus on that one platform. I recommend YouTube. TikTok will be my number 2. Um, number 3 will be my Instagram, and number 4 will be Facebook. And if you got money to advertise on all of them, advertise on all of them. So we about to wrap it up here. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Don't get discouraged by me talking about age limits in the music business or hip hop. And I know people say, "Oh, this only applies to hip hop." No, not that it only applies to hip hop. It's just hip hop. It's just you don't got young pop artists sitting there saying, "Hey, you old heads should stop performing and stop making music." You don't got that happening in these other genres. That's what's going on is young rappers are telling older rappers from the 90s and 80s, "Oh, y'all need to stop performing. Y'all need to stop making music. Your time is done. It's over with. Call it quits." That's really what's going on. But there's an age limit. Trust me, there's an age limit applies to all genres. I guarantee major labels in pop aren't just signing 40-year-old artists every single day. Major rock labels aren't signing 40-year-old rock bands every single day. Trust me, it's not common to get signed to a major label after 35 years old. It's not common. I don't care what genre it is. So people could try to say this is just a hip hop thing. No, it's not just a hip hop thing. It just seems that way because the rappers of today respect for anybody that came before them. They don't look. They don't care about the generation before them. They talk down on it. They had their time. They're just some old heads that are just hating this, that, and the third. That's really what's going on here. There's a disconnect. It's like what you see going on in NBA. The young generation doesn't like the old generation because they say the old generation always critiquing them and criticizing them and saying, "Hey, our generation was tougher," and when it was. And then the younger generation is like, we're more skilled and we're more athletic, and but what does athletic ability have to do with the NBA right now when the best player in the world can't even jump over a freaking phone book? Best player in the world can't even jump over a phone book. So young cats talking about athletic ability, more athletic nowadays. Hey, that's cool. But a guy who can't even jump over a phone book is out balling y'all every single day of the week. And I'm sorry, things were better back in the days. To me, the best era of music was probably the 70s. The 70s was probably the best era of music, and maybe the early 80s, 70s, early 80s, you know. And I ain't even talking about hip hop. I'm talking about like 70s soul, R&B, rock. Those are probably the best era. Same thing with the NBA. NBA used to be better. Look at boxing. Boxing ain't nowhere near used to what it used to be. UFC starting to fizzle out. You know, I'm sorry, man. Everything was better back in the days. Get over it, man. Get over it. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We about to wrap it up. And also tomorrow I will be live on the Paul Pickett podcast interviewing Steve Panda Banks, who's a bare knuckle fighter who will be fighting at BKFC Italy's card. So if y'all like combat sports, you like boxing, kickboxing, UFC, or bare knuckle, any combat sports, make sure y'all tune into the Paul Pickett podcast tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time. And Tuesday, I'll be interviewing Chachi Versace, who's also a bare knuckle fighter, who will be fighting in Clearwater, Florida, BKFC fight card, which is on May 2nd. So make sure y'all go follow Paul Pickett Podcast. Make sure y'all follow Live from Fayettenam, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, BitChutes. Also, the audio version goes to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Deezer, TuneIn, Stitcher, Slacker, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and much, much more. All right, let's find our outro, and we out. Peace.